Hi, I'm Brian Davis and welcome to Brian Davis Scuba. This is just a quick video which I'm doing on the Proteus Rebreather systems, but David Street, the inventor, has just produced a video talking about the latest P4 head, or the brains of the unit, which you're going to see shortly. I'm interviewing Dave this coming Saturday at 6 p.m. or 1800 hours UK time. I believe it's still British summer time, and this is kind of a little lead in to that interview. You can get an idea of where he's going with his rebreather units, and by all means please come on and put the comments on. All questions that are asked during the interview will be put up on the screen and hopefully answered. So this is just a little bit kind of a teaser. David started work on the Proteus family of Proteus Rebreathers way back in 2012. So that's, over 8 years of work to date. The P1 was, as David would call it, a parts bin machine. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. He then went on to develop the P2, which had a much smaller custom built head, and the head of the rebreathers are really where all the brains and everything works. So anyone can make a scrubber canister, but you've got to get the head, the delivery systems, the sensors all right. Okay. And the P2 was fairly successful, and then in 2016 he developed and launched the P3, and he tried to contract out various aspects of the design and production, but again, as David will let us know in the interview, I guess, it didn't really work. He had to rely on too many variables, so hence comes the P4. The new P4 head is quite revolutionary in the fact that it has a second pressure sensor located inside it, in addition to the one in the controller. That allows the CAN bus electronics, Tiger Shark CAN bus electronics, which are manufactured and supplied by Jurgis and Marine, who are leaders in rebreather control technology. What it means is, if the controller fails completely, the diver can still be brought to the surface on his rebreather with a full deco ascent by utilizing the heads-up display and the pressure sensor, and I understand that's quite an achievement. Just finally, because I'm going to let David tell you all the good stuff, the new head is compatible with every Proteus scrubber made to date, so I think that's good news, and that's a key thing of the Proteus system. They're modular. You can buy one and you don't have to change. You can upgrade as your rebreather diving changes. So let's see what David's got to say, and please, 1800 hours, 6 p.m. Saturday, tune in for the Let's Talk Tech interview with David live on YouTube.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today you find me at Fast Tech Racing, our supplier for our CNC machine work. And I thought that while I'm here, I would give you a quick walk through the new P4 head so you can see what's on the horizon, and hopefully what you'll be using with your next rebreather. So let's have a quick look at the new P4 head. So it's machined out of Delrin and it's a modular unit. Let's take you through the pathway and what's going on with the gas. So you can see there, that's the exhale pathway. It's angled, it makes its way through to the center of the head here, and this is the scrubber interface. It's a bayonet connection, 2 O-rings, and also the gas makes its way through an exhale tube inside the scrubber. The gas then percolates through the softener line, makes its way back to the top of the head, where we find 3 oxygen sensors and a CO2 sensor in a banana block array here. The gas then makes its way back up through the head in the inhale pathway back to the top, which is where the inhale counterlung connects. So let's have a quick look at the top of the rebreather head. We've got an oxygen solenoid here, oxygen input there, and when the oxygen solenoid fires, it puts the oxygen into the exhale pathway. So The gas is mixed with the exhaled gas from the diver. It's got ample time to mix and dilute before it gets analysed, so there's no spiking with oxygen analysis on the controller. The same thing goes for the ADV. ADV fires, this is the ADV input. The input from the gas passes into the exhale pathway as well, so it's also mixed and nicely diluted along the way. I see that as an advantage. So here's the battery compartment lid. Now what we've got in there are two 9-volt batteries. That's a backup power supply. It powers the unit if for any reason the controller is lost, cable connection is lost, whatever. This unit is autonomous, so that's being driven. So if you happen to jump in the water without having it connected, we've got two wet connectors here, so the unit knows it's in the water even if you haven't connected a controller, and it will hold 0.7 while you're in the water. Obviously it won't turn on the gas yet. So what else is happening? We've got, as I said to you earlier, there's a electronics compartment. That's where the other part of the CAN bus system is. It's where all of the cables inside the head meet. That's our service technician area. Nobody else opens that. ADV. And at the top we've got the shiny bits. That's the ADV gas input. That's the manual gas add for oxygen. This one is for manual gas add diluent. The sad face bit there, that's where a subframe sits that's holding all of our cable connectors for the controller and the HUD. They're unscrewable, they're disconnectable. It means that the head can be removed and carried as an independent component, as well as all of the other parts. That's what makes Proteus unique, is that it's a modular device. Everything comes apart, but it's modular, easy to maintain and easy to carry about and transport. We use omni swivel connectors. These are lockable, so when they go on you can twist lock. That doesn't matter what happens, it's on. And that's about it. So if you've got any questions, please ask. I'll be posting you more pictures of the whole assembly as we get more and more parts made. But exciting times for the new Proteus P4. Thanks.
That was interesting. You know what? David's got me thinking about becoming a rebreather diver again. I used to be a big fan of the Draeger Atlantis, which became the Dolphin. I liked it because it was simple to use. I then was one of the first people to qualify with Dave Thompson on the Inspiration, and then I decided it wasn't for me. I still like the Atlantis, we still have one, but for the ECCRs and that, I thought, no, not at that time. It was a long time ago. I think, David, you've got me hooked again. Thanks for watching. Remember, Let's Talk Tech Live with David Street and myself this Saturday at 6 PM UK time.